Properties of soil. Imagine that you woke up this morning and had turned into a corn plant. After you got over the shock, you'd have to find a good place to live. You'll also need to find some nutrients. A bedroom is no place for a corn plant to grow. Your usual breakfast of frozen waffles isn't going to help out. Where can you find a new home? Remember, you're a corn plant now. In the soil. Soil seems so simple, but soil is more than just dirt. Different soils have different properties. If you turned into a corn plant, you would have to find just the right spot to grow. Not every type of soil is good for all kinds of plants. Take the soil's color, for instance. You might think that the color wouldn't matter to a plant, but the color can tell you a lot about what is in the soil. Some soil is made up of dark colors, like black and brown. Other soils are almost white. Maybe you've seen reddish soil on a baseball field. Or maybe you've seen black soil on the edge of a pond. These different colors tell us that the soils are made up of different materials. Red soils have more minerals from the rock they came from. Usually, the dark soils have more nutrients for growing plants. If you had to choose one to live in, which would you choose? The texture of soil depends on the size and number of particles that make up the soil. The particles can feel rough and thick or fine and small. Soils have different amounts of sand, silt, and clay particles. More sand in the soil makes it feel gritty and sharp. Greater amounts of silt give a texture that is smooth and powdery. Clay makes soil feel smooth when dry and sticky when wet. Soil with more clay is sticky enough to mold into a shape. You may have played with clay when you were a kid, but now you're a corn plant. Remember, you woke up and you're a corn plant. You'll have to find soil where your roots can hold on and where you will be warm enough. Sandy soil warms up faster than other kinds. So if the weather is bad, you'll want to find soil that has some sand, but not too much. You can't have too much sand because you also need to think about water. Water retention is the amount of water the soil can hold. Too much or too little water are both just as bad for plant health. The amount of water the soil will retain depends on the amount of sand, silt, and clay in the soil. Soil that is very sandy holds little water. That is why some plants in a desert have long roots. This helps the plant get at water supplies deep under the ground. Also, if you think about the beach, when the waves come up, the water doesn't stay there on top of the sand. It goes back into the ocean. So sand doesn't really hold water. Clay soils hold large amounts of water. Rice plants grow very well in wet environments. Clay soil like that found in some parts of Texas, can be flooded with water for growing rice. This makes it look like the plants are growing in ponds for a certain period of time. But you didn't wake up as a rice plant. You are a corn plant. A corn plant cannot grow in the sandy desert soils or in a flooded rice paddy. One would not have enough water and the other would have too much. So, what kind of soil would you live in? You'll have to perk up your ears. Get it? Because corns have ears. And find the right place. Question number 1. The author probably wrote this passage to A. Give advice on what you should do if you turn into a corn plant. B. Tell about the properties of soil in a funny way. C. Persuade you to take care of the soil. D. Tell you how to plant corn. Number 2. Which sentence from the passage expresses the author's opinion? A. A bedroom is no place for a corn plant. B. Maybe you've seen reddish soil in a baseball field. C. Soils have different amounts of sand, silt, and clay particles. D. Soil with clay is sticky enough to mold into a shape. Which of these is an opinion? Number 3. If you were a corn plant, which type of soil would you live in? A. A reddish clay soil flooded with water. B. Sandy desert soil, that is a light yellow color. C. Dark soil with some sand particles. D. Dry, rocky soil. Which one makes more sense to be able to grow a plant? Pick your best answer. Number 4. Which of the following materials would be the best water retention? And it's telling you to look in the 5th paragraph. Which of these holds water the best? A. Sand. B. A net. C. A rock. D. A sponge. Number 5. What would be a good heading for the 4th paragraph? A. Properties of soil. B. Soil texture. C. Water retention. D. Growing corn. Don't forget, after you watch this video, click on the link for the quiz. Watch the video and then go back to your message and click the link for the quiz. Bye.